This video will show you how to perform a sample change for improved sites. With each sample change site visit, you will be removing and inserting cartridges. Typically, there are 4 air sampling modules and 1 controller at each site. The modules are named A, B, C, and D. Each module is associated with a color. The A module is marked with red tape. The B module is marked with yellow tape. The C module is marked with green tape. And the D module is marked with blue tape. Some sites have an additional module called an X module, which is marked with orange tape. You will be interacting with the controller and modules on a weekly basis to perform sample changes. Each controller has a keypad which you will use to perform sample changes, gather information, and troubleshoot when required. Sample change days occur every week on Tuesday. It's important to perform these sample changes each Tuesday. If you or a backup operator cannot make it to the site on a Tuesday, please notify an AQG technician in advance, and we can provide you with acceptable alternate dates to perform the sample change in order to minimize the number of lost samples. You will receive a blue box about every 3 weeks. The site code is listed on 2 sides of the blue box. This is the code you will need to provide AQG staff if you call with an issue regarding your site. There is also a sticker on the top left of the face of the box that has the site code and the 3 installation dates for the box. Make sure that the dates on the box are correct for the current sampling period. Each blue box contains a flashcard and 3 weeks worth of filters. There are 3 bags in each box, 1 for each week. Each bag in a typical blue box contains a log sheet and 4 cartridges. The week 1 bag will contain the flashcard. Note that sites with an X module will have 3 additional bags with 1 cartridge and 1 log sheet in each. These are the cartridges for each module. Within each cartridge are 4 cassettes. Some cassettes are labeled with stickers which indicate which module they belong to. A cassettes have red stickers with the letter A printed on them. B cassettes have yellow stickers with the letter B printed on them. C cassettes have green stickers with the letter C printed on them. The D cassettes have blue stickers on them. Note that while the letter D is printed on them, the D should appear upside down. This is because D cartridges are installed opposite to the other module cartridges. When oriented the correct way, the D will appear right side up. Each of the cartridges also has 4 positions, with the cartridge oriented in such a way that the 2 holes in the cartridge are facing down. The positions are labeled in a counterclockwise manner, starting with the lower right. Weeks 1 and 2 will have a full set of 4 cassettes in all of their cartridges, while the week 3 cartridges will have an open hole in the 3rd position. Cassettes in the cartridge that have stickers or neckties should contain filters. Cassettes that do not have stickers should have dummies loaded in them. Dummies are pieces of paper and thin plastic used to block the flow of air. The following procedure is there are special cassettes in the week 1 cartridges of each box. They are referred to as the movable cassettes. These cassettes are easily identified by the black O-ring they have around them. These cassettes will be removed from their cartridges during the week 2 sample change and installed into its corresponding week 3 cartridge. Movable position should pop out easily. To install in the empty slot in the week 3 cartridge, a twisting motion is often helpful. More on this will be discussed during the week 3 sample change. When you arrive at the site, each module should already have a set of cartridges installed in them. The week 3 log sheet for the cartridges currently installed should be present at the site. Print your initials, the date, and the time in the final reading section of the log sheet. Open the controller door to view the keypad. The keypad is attached to a cord for your convenience. Print your initials, the date, and the time in the final reading section of the log sheet. From the default screen, press Enter. Press F1 for filter readings and then press Yes to continue. Next, press the number associated with your initials. If you are a temporary or substitute operator, choose one for the primary operator, but be sure to make note of your initials on the log sheet. The controller will then check the flashcard and download exposed filter readings. You will hear the pumps turn on at this time. The keypad will then confirm the used week date, which should be the date on which the week 3 samples were installed, and today's date. Find the temperature listed on the screen and write it down in the temperature section on the week 3 log sheet. Now you can do your final readings. There are 3 values of importance that you will record: ORI, CYC, and ETs. The ORI and CYC values are module specific. Generally, all ORI and CYC readings for a module should be similar. Module specific values should be listed on a sample log sheet taped to the inside of the controller door. If the sample log sheet is missing, please contact AQG staff. ET stands for elapsed time. ET readings should always be 1440 with one exception, which will be mentioned later. The value 1440 refers to the number of minutes in a 24-hour sampling period. Press Enter to begin final readings. Pump 1 will turn on. The screen will then show ORI, Psych, and ET values for position 1 of the A module. Fill in these values on the log sheet. Compare the ORI and the CYC values to those listed on the sample log sheet. The ET value should be 1440. Press F4 to move on to the second position and fill in the readings, doing the same checks for the values as performed previously. Press F4 to move on to the third position. The third position's ET will likely be less than 1440. This is because the sample was running on the previous Tuesday during the sample change and had to be taken out of the week 2 cartridge and placed into the week 3 cartridge. Sample changes should take no longer than a half an hour, so the ET should be above 1410. Press F4 to begin B module readings. Record the readings for all 3 positions, making sure to compare the ORI and CYC values to those listed on the sample log sheet. Continue to press F4 through the C and D readings. Please notify an AQG technician if you see any ETs that are below 1440 or if any value is not within range of the posted sample log sheet values. Once you are done cycling through each filter of each module, the controller will automatically display a screen allowing you to retake values or continue. Press F3 if you need to go back and take exposed readings again. Otherwise, press F4 to continue with clean readings. Once you press F4 to continue with clean readings, the controller will prompt you to replace the flashcard with the new one. Remove the flashcard and place it in the empty flashcard bag for that box. Return the flashcard to the week 3 bag. Take out the flashcard in the week 1 bag and insert it into the controller. The memory card can only be inserted in one direction. Follow the orientation dictated on the sticker, which should be on the faceplate of the controller. If you are missing this sticker, please contact AQG staff. Generally, the side of the flashcard that has a site code name printed on it should be facing to the right. If the controller has issues reading the memory card, please notify an AQG technician. The controller should restart, and then the screen should prompt you to install the next week, providing the date of the week that needs to be installed. At this time, take out the week 1 log sheet. Make sure that the date on the log sheet matches the first date listed on the face of the box as well as the date listed on the controller display. Record your initials, the date, and the time in the initial reading section. When this is completed, press Enter. The screen should then prompt you to perform a standard sample change. Remove the sampled cartridges and place red caps over the cassettes. The red cap should be in the week 3 bag. Return the cartridges to the week 3 bag along with the completed log sheet. At this time, make sure each week's bag has all necessary components, including filters with red caps and log sheets. The week 3 bag should have the flashcard in it. Place these components into the blue box. Place the return label on the blue box that you will be shipping back. The return label will be found in the week 3 bag. Take out the week 1 cartridges and remove the red caps. Install the cartridges into their corresponding modules. Make sure to turn the D cartridge upside down and align it correctly when installing it. When completed, press Enter. Now you can record initial values. There are 3 values of importance for the initial reading: the max ORI, the ORI, and the CYC. Cycle through the readings for all modules by pressing F4 and record all the values. There will be 2 positions for each module in this week. Make sure that all the values are within the range listed on the sample log sheet. Please notify an AQG technician if the max ORI drops below the listed number on the sample log sheet, if you get a low flow warning, or if any of the other values are not within range of the posted sample log sheet values. Once you are finished cycling through initial readings, the keypad should read initial readings completed and take you to the default menu. The controller should always be left at the default screen. This completes the sample change for week 1 of a 232 box. The week 2 sample change is very similar to the week 1 sample change. Fill out the final readings section of the week 1 log sheet and check the values to make sure that they are within range. The controller will not ask you to change the flashcard at this time. It will prompt you to install the bag with today's date. Make sure to check the date on the week 2 log sheet to make sure it matches the controller's display date and the date on the front of the box. Uninstall the week 1 cartridges, place red caps over the cartridges, and return them to the week 1 bag. Insert the week 2 cartridges, making sure to orient the D cartridge properly. Week 2 cartridges will have 3 filters in each, so you will take 3 readings for each module. Make sure that the controller is at the default screen before leaving the site. This completes the week 2 sample change. The week 3 sample change is unusual in that the pumps will be on when you arrive at the site. This is because position 3 of each cartridge is currently running. The controller display will show you that the filters in position 3 are running and will provide you with the final ETs for positions 1 and 2 and the elapsed time up to this point for position 3. Press Enter to get to the main menu and then press F1. You will perform final readings as usual, with the exception that the position 3 final reading entries will have parentheses around them. This is because the sample has not yet finished. Record the values provided for the 3rd position for each module. The controller will not ask you to change the flashcard at this time. It will prompt you to install the bag with today's date. Make sure to check the date on the new Week 3 log sheet to make sure it matches the controller's display date and the date on the front of the box. Press Enter. The controller will then tell you to perform a non-standard sample change and to move the O-ring sets into the empty hole in the Week 3 cartridges. Remove the Week 2 cartridges and transfer the third position cassettes into the empty hole in the Week 3 cartridges, making sure to put the removable cassette into the appropriate Week 3 cartridge. Remember that a twisting motion is helpful in installing the movable cassettes into the empty position. Place red caps over the Week 2 cassettes and return the Week 2 cartridges to their bag. Insert the Week 3 cartridges into the modules, making sure to orient the D cartridge properly. The Week 3 cartridges will now have 3 filters in each, so you will be taking 3 readings for each module. The third position will have parentheses around them because they are from the previous week's removable position. Make sure the controller is at the default screen before leaving the site. This completes the 3-week cycle.